All right guys, Dr. Andrew back here with Physio Room, and we're going to show you a little modification that you can do to this 90-90 hip position. Again, what the 90-90 is where you have this front leg 90 degrees at the hip and the knee, back leg 90 degrees at the hip and the knee to challenge your internal rotation on the back leg, external rotation on the front leg. And today we're going to be focusing on this front leg, loading the hip joint. So what we call these are PAILS and RAILS. That stands for progressive or regressive angular isometric loading, okay? So meaning our hip moves in a lot of different angles. We're gonna be in a maximally externally rotated position in this front hip, and we're gonna try to fire some of the muscles deep in the hip joint, okay? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hinge forward here. Again, not rounding my back, but hinging, keep my back straight, chest up, hinging at the hip to get my chest over my knee. And I feel a pretty good stretch in the back of this right hip. So then what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna hold this position for about a minute. For the sake of the video, we're gonna speed that up a little bit. So you would hold that for about a minute, and then we're gonna fire your internal and external rotators here on your front leg. So imagine that you had a $100 bill tucked underneath your shin here, and I was trying to pull it away from you. Well, of course, I assume you would wanna keep that. So you're gonna try to press your leg really hard down into the ground, still holding this forward hinged position, driving your leg down into the ground, pushing, 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 holding that for about 10 seconds, okay? And then without raising your chest up, just relax the leg. And now we're gonna fire the exact opposite way. If you're doing a good job of keeping your chest over your knee and keeping yourself hinged forward, you shouldn't really be able to lift your leg up, but we're gonna try anyways. We're gonna fire the muscles that would try to lift this lower portion of my leg up, but not the knee. So again, 10 seconds, I'm gonna try really hard to lift, lift, lift. This is firing the external rotators of my hip, and about 10 seconds, and then you relax. Okay, so now you would try this on the other leg. Go do the same thing on the other leg, and you're gonna go through this 2 rounds through, and I would be willing to bet you're gonna feel a lot of loosening up take place in the hip by challenging yourself into this fully externally rotated position, and then doing this contract, relax, getting the muscles to fire in that new position, because that's not normally a position we find ourselves in too much throughout the day. So again, try this out, 90-90 hip position, PAILS and RAILS. Give it a shot. Thanks so much.